Toes pointing back. Explore the boundary of the possible movement. And then we're going to just walk forward and sink the hips to do a half push-up. And that's all I'm doing for the moment. We're finding the three moves in a Pilates workout as often. There's one end of the move, and there's the other end of the move, and there's a bit in between. So there's three parts of the move. And each one you can pause and listen to your body. It's always good to slow down or to stop to listen to your body. You could listen to, it's like you listen to your body. It's like you could ask your right ankle, how are you feeling today, right ankle? Left ankle, how are you feeling today? So you just put your awareness into a body part, and when you pause, you've got plenty of time to do that. I could ask myself, how are my knees feeling? Is one knee a little bit more uncomfortable in the stretch than the other? Well, yes, it is, but it's not bad. And I know that if I keep massaging that teardrop muscle, it's going to get a lot better. Right, so bent knee push-ups, push the heels together. Let's go. Push the heels together. And I'm going to go for 45 seconds with 2 push-ups. At least some of them. Push the heels together, push the heels together. Let's just take the forehead and put it on the mat. That's a good stretch there. And forward and push the hips together. Push, push, push. So I'm working to make sure my hips land before the chest or nose. Head on the mat. One more round. Push the heels together. Are they pushing together? Let's go. And we'll just pause a little for dog sitting, and yeah. It's not officially on my BT Pilates base workout, but it's a very good chance just to stretch out the hands. Feet are flat, wrists are up, if they can. Yeah. Good stretch for the shins. If you can sit up like a geisha girl, we'll give it a go. If not, we'll just put some weight into your hands. Push on the knee 100. Let's do it. Are you there? Curl your tailbone up. Feel the small of the back in the mat. Here goes. Pump, 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 pump. 45 seconds. Push on the knee. Curl the tailbone up. And that makes your tummy work. So we've got 15 seconds there. Let's just switch over. Push on the knee. Curl your tailbone up. Those hips will just move. Let's go. Now this programs the breathing. Like we like to get the efficient and relaxing breath into the middle of the body. We have got so much effort for the neck and shoulders working away, they can't join in the breathing. They're too busy bracing to hold the position. Push, push, push. Let's just switch over, finish off now. Tailbone curled out, push, 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 push. What's next? The roll up. It's the pull your wrist off, roll up. Press the elbows down, pull, change the other wrist. Pull, and then roll up. I'm going to use the hands to knee. This little moment here, you reorganize. Oh yeah, and you know, and the body just works out and make it nice. Pull the wrist, 1, 2, 3, side neck, look up. 1, 2, 3, side neck, look up, take a dive. This is my moment of truth. Can I touch my toes? Well, I can at the moment. First thing in the morning, no. All right, just roll down. Let's just make it happen. I'll just say wrist and elbows down, and wrist and elbows down, and hands to knee, and take your time. Melt your way up. Wrist, and there's your elbows going up and back, and take a dive. How many stretches are there? 1 for that wrist, 2 for the other wrist. Take your time, hand to knee. 3rd stretch, sit up in bed. Just imagine you're sitting up in bed and just stretching. And then we've got 5 for the toes and fingers touching. Chest lifting. Back of neck lifting and lengthening. Head between the knees. I'm going to do 2 as quickly and smoothly as I can, and I will cue it as I go. Rolling down, grab a wrist, press down. Other wrist, press down. Hand to knee. Look up and look up at the ceiling and sit up in bed. Dive. Honor the stretch by putting the head between the knees. Down we go. Wrist. Other wrist. Knee. Sit up in bed. Sit up in bed. Stretching. Again, head between the knees as you round your back. You're lengthening on the curve from hips to chest to neck to head. Grab a knee as we go down into single leg circles with a pause against the hand. I'll just come around. There's that pausey bit. I'm going to put a hand behind my head right now. You can have your head down or whatever. If your head's up, you can see what I'm doing. So there, that's 1, 2, make a circle. 1, 2, make a circle. And 1, 2, make a circle. Why am I making it this so much like a kindergarten session? Make a circle. I'll tell you when I've finished, then you might chuckle. Change direction. Make a circle. 1, 2, make a circle. 1, 2, make a circle. And there's the last one. You just put hands behind the head and... Now, just by default, I seem to manage to get a broomstick under my shoulder blades, and that seems to be quite a nice place, since I've got a hand behind my head and my head's up. Other leg. So there it is. See, that's quite an energetic spot, and everyone wants to cheat and not stay there. 1, 2, make a circle. 1, 2, make a circle. I hope you're actually pausing there for that 1, 2. Make a circle. 1, 2, make a circle. We can change direction. Circle. 1, 2, make a circle. So a lot of bracing and breathing going on at that point there. Around we go. 1, 2, make a circle. And we come back for rolling like a ball. Let's just get that start position. We want to hug those shins in, basically. Hug the shins in. And that's the secret of rolling like a ball. Hug your shins in. Now, we might not be able to do a deep squat with our heels down, but we can work on a nice piece of flexibility right here. Hug the shins in and look down at your belly. And when you're ready, just roll back. Keep looking at your belly. And I'm just nominating 20 seconds and see how we feel. I've got 2 done. I'm taking the time to sit tall and hug the shins in, and then down we go. And hug the shins in. Are you keeping the eyes on the belly as you roll back? One more. Single leg stretch, bicycle style. So we just do, really get that foot curling right over, and then toes to kneecaps on the way up. Curl, toes to kneecaps. You get out what you put in to get a really good curl and back. Like you lose it, use it or lose it. Get the full range of movement in your toes and your foot. And changing over, and just the way we go. Toes to kneecaps. Curl the foot. Toes to kneecaps. Curl the foot. This one doesn't like curling so well. So there we go. We're improving our envelope of use, or the range of movement is curl to toes. Getting better. And toes to kneecaps. Okay, so I'm just going to come down, relaxation position. The first magic moment. Wriggle your shoulders, lengthen through your spine. No, the shoulders, and head side to side. And now shoulders just to the mat, flat like dinner plates. So for the dead bug, pull your toes. I'm just going to take us up into the dead bug. You grab your big toes. Come on up. And you can just pull down, like you're trying to pull your toes down to your forehead. And then the second pull. Okay, so if anyone saw you, they say, that grown person looks like a baby. That's good stretching. Babies have got lots of movement that we lose. Are you working through your toes? Pulling down towards you, trying to straighten them out. I'm going to roll up the spine, stretch forward. Can you just make that happen? Be tall through your spine. It's like a poplar tree whipping in the breeze a little bit. Keep really tall. Okay, so forward, roll back up, chin close to manubrium, rolling forward, roll each vertebra back up, 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 up. So it's hard to sequentially roll down through the neck, but just see if you just chin to chest, you feel it lengthening, and then each vertebra down the spine, forward, 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 stretch and rebuild each vertebra up in place, and try and just bring up to the neck. And I'm just doing a couple more. Next thing is I'll have legs wide in a V. Okay. Floppy wrist version of the saw. I'm not actually sawing, I'm just holding, just trying to get the twist, get the shoulders and the chest around. I'm not actually sawing. So the floppy version is like wrists floppy and back they go. And then limp wristed handshake, just twist, and wrists are going to drop off, and twist, and back, and twist, and back, and twist. And I'm just going to pause here. Did the wrist actually stay floppy? Can it do that? And but your other body parts are moving. So we just floppy wrists, just forward arms back. You've got the stretch in the shoulders, but you've got floppy wrists. All right, so round we go. Floppy wrist, it's going to drop off. Twist, come back. Floppy wrists are going to drop off. And twist, floppy wrist. And we're going to come back to that in a minute. But just the Buddha said, just push the knees down. And it's a really uncomfortable stretch for me, and indeed possibly for most people. That's the base move. If we wanted to just tweak it a bit, we could grab our toes, see if we could get our mouth down to our big toes. Maybe not today. No, you can think about your chest lifting, and that's your safety factor, a little bit of lengthening in your body by chest lift away from hips. If you're really flexible, you're able to just put your hands forward, slide them forward on the carpet. Or maybe you just take one hand and keep one on the foot. So you see how we've taken an opportunity to develop a stretch that we haven't done. Now, some Pilates classes, the instructor does this regularly, and they just push their hands forward, way forward. So it's good always to try something new. I'm just going back to the saw, but this time I'm activating the stiff wrists by taking the fingernails against the chest, like in the hark-up move. Bang, right? Bang, stretch, bang, twist, bang, twist, stretch, bang, twist, bang, stretch, bang, twist, bang, and the stiff wrist. Okay, feel a little more energized with that version. So here's a beach ball hamstring stretch, but just first use it as a push the knee down. You see I've got my foot against my knee. And how's that feeling? So I'm always cueing shoulder, upper arm and elbow, pushing down as a unit. So it all goes down as one. We're comparing sides. What's the angle on your shin at the moment? Could we get it all the way down? And the shoulder and upper arm are pressing down together. How about the other side? I love this because it tells me just how asymmetrical I am after all these years trying to get symmetrical. And so down goes the knee, and I suppose everyone's looking on screen. Oh, aren't you symmetrical, Bruce? Okay, it's a bit tighter on this side. It's a little harder to get it lower. You'd have to look at my shin. And come on out. I'm going to go over, just pull a chair over because for the next seated stretches, in actual fact, I think a chair is a really nice way to do seated stretches. A little digression. Same lean on the knee, shoulder and arm goes down. This down knee goes out the side there. So you hold that. I'm going to take my socks off. And that way you can see my feet. It's a little easier to see what's happening. And you might try the other side now. This is my tight side. And the shoulder and upper arm bone goes down. And oh boy, and did this knee go out the side? So I'm just going to hold that, shoulder down. It doesn't want to go down. And when I come out, and when I go in, there's one knee goes down and the other goes to the side. There. Well, now we've got to hug the knee to the opposite breast, so up it goes. And the other knee out the side. Now, we could just think of some things like direct the body's awareness to the manubrium lift. Okay. Smiley cheeks. Yeah. Tick. Getting through our bucket list here while the stretch is happening. So we can do 1, 2, 3 side neck. You choose which side. Chest, neck, ear. And the other side now. Chest, neck, ear. Okay, and so this is a great stretch. As soon as we take, this is a static hold, right? So you can start listening to how your body is bracing and breathing. And you can direct your attention into a body part and just listen to what it's like and can you stretch it. So hugging in. So first off, we think about, okay, manubrium lift. We can think about knee out the side. We can think about 1, 2, 3 side neck. Lift the chest, lift the side neck, lift the ear. What does that do to your breathing? Are you relaxing your neck at the top of the breath? Now, always when we come out of 1, 2, 3 side neck, we want to stay tall. So, yeah, okay. Now the other side. 1 for the chest, 2 for the neck, 3 for the ear. I love to share the 1, 2, 3 side neck because, I mean, I could write a book about my whiplash injury and how much this helps. So I love to share it. I don't need to write the book, you just need to experience it. Long bridge. Let's make it work for us. Straight knees, as straight as you can go, and just get the hips up. So just checking, you can get your hands under your buttocks. Now, if you just press on the hip pocket area, you're just squeezing and activating there most of the time. So I don't want floppy butt cheeks. I just want firm as a bun. So yeah, and you can just try that, just floppy, and you feel it's a little bit weak. But if you squeeze the buns, and you feel there's a little bit of support to lift the hips a bit. So arms one forward, one back. Now we've already got 20 seconds. Can you get a little stretch as you take the arm out? Well, come on out. Just wiggle the legs. Come up for another 20 seconds. And up, and away we go. Squeeze your bottom together. Now, if you can do 2 lots of 20, that's quite sufficient. Leg pull is coming next, and it's like a reverse push-up. Leg pull. Only halfway up, so you float your hips up and send them down slowly. We're going to do 3 like that. Send them down slowly. This is a use it or lose it movement. That's surprising. There's a lot of good things happening. Okay. We could build into all sorts of varieties of that, but we don't need to. At least we're getting the base move in, and being flamboyant with legs and arms all over the place, not necessary. Okay, so just we can show you what the target might be, or where we might want to go, as we might want to, with the Roman feast hip lift, is we might want to get into a star like that. Okay. But just taking it a little easier and practicing the moves with bent knees, and it's a lower loading, is a good place to be. So we've got the ribs down, the ribs up, and now the ribs, the spine straight and perpendicular to belt line. Hand and hip up. Press the elbow to the mat. Take a breath, peak of breath, relax your neck, and just lower smoothly. All right, so I think we've got another 30 seconds. We could have a play here. So I'm just going to name body parts to lift, all right? So hand, hips, uppermost foot, lowermost foot, and then lowermost foot down, uppermost foot down. You're still pressing through the elbow, hips down, and down. Can you make all of that happen all at once? If I say lift, can you get everything up at once? All right, so looks like you're taking a wild dive through the air to make a soccer save. You're the world champion goalie. Come on down. Let's try the other side. Can we remember what that all was? I'll name a body part. Well, first off, ribs down, you've got that curve in your spine. Ribs up, and you've got the arch in your spine. And then just a nice straight spine perpendicular to your belt line. First the hand. Press the bent elbow to the mat. Feel how that stiffens and straightens you out. All right, hand and hip. Get your nice long body. Did you think, if you have a manubrium lift, you probably will have, and if you've got the bent elbow pushing, everything straightens out. The body's spine is in the middle of all the joints, range of movement, and it's strongest. We can just take that down. So we're going to have hand, hips, top foot out. I will do it in two. Hand, hips, top foot. Press the elbow into the mat. And come on down. I'll just say it in sequence. This keeps my brain in order anyway. Hand up, hips up, both feet up. Or one foot up, and then the other foot up. Press to the bent elbow. Now we could take your shape, and we could put you into the World Cup soccer match, saving the ball, saving the goal. So everything down smoothly. Can we send everything up, all those feet, hands, and everything, all at once? If I just say up, here we go. Up, you've saved the goal. Come on now. I'm going to go back to the first side. Just pausing there. So just whenever we're doing a rapid side bend with the spine, like you might just want to just squeeze your chest together and brace a little. So brace, and you only have to brace half a second, and you just have got a lot of safety there. The body does that anyway, but just you can cue it to do it, like brace up. It's like, okay. Sideline. Plant the foot so you've got a vertical shin, and you've got your access to your inner thigh lift. And we're going to have a hand behind the head. I'm just lifting and low. We can have the hand behind the head just doing the same movement. Take your fingers and touch the wall behind you. And see, I'm on the diagonal, so I could say, try and reach for the back corner of the room. Are your ribs stretching yet? And you come forward, and it's just nice and relaxed there. Come back. Touch that corner of that room. All right, so let's take the arm back. It's reaching away. Now get into the inner thigh lift. So you can take that base move and do a lot of interesting things. All right, so you got the arm back, you got the leg forward. We'll bring them up and touch the knee and hold. Let's make this the start position for 3 downs and up. Down and up for 1. You're holding there. Is your neck relaxed? Down and up for 2. Holding there. And this is that little thing that my cheat is that, well, you don't like being up there, but I'm telling you to stay there because fingers to knee. We saw that before, right, in the single leg circles. It's coming out. So I'm just going to think about brace and move. So as soon as I'm lifting my body off, I want to protect my lower back. So brace, and then I can relax again. And your body does that anyway. All right, so plant a vertical shin and straighten that leg, and we've got it. So if I put hands behind the head, and you can join me, and that's actually quite a nice, just balances things out nicely. It's like if your foot's a paintbrush, you're whitewashing the fence. Maybe you're Tom Sawyer, telling people how much you are enjoying whitewashing the fence. And then they say, oh, can I have a go, Tom? Tom says, yeah, but you'll have to pay for it. So he gets them to pay a few coins, and they pay for the fun of painting the fence. Right, we've got this arm. So let's go and reaching back to the back corner of the room. And then we'll just come to somewhat pointing up, stretching. Stretch away. Are you stretching your ribs yet? Is it the same stretch as the other side? And just coming over. I suppose we could touch the leg. Stretching. Are the ribs stretching? Yeah. And the other side I was touching the leg from recoil. So let's just stretching. It's quite a juicy stretch back there. Hopefully your neck's relaxing. All right, so we can do the two together. We've got the arm out. We got the leg out and long. Bring them up. All right, and we're holding there. Can you do that? So down and up for 3. Down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. Stretching and up. 1. I hope you're breathing. 4, and then last one. I'm going to just up and over again, a bit more side kicks. Brace with the tongue, push on up. Should have come up like Mr. Wobbly Man. Okay, so we have the hands together like praying hands and straight legs out in front. So we've got the square leg available now. Let's make the ankle move so we can have foot looking to ceiling, drop, foot looking to floor, come down, up, down, up, down. So you can flick your foot over, sole of foot looks to the ceiling, up, sole of foot looks to the floor, down, and you've got this marvelous improvement of the range of movement in the small muscles. Up, down, up, down, and we can take the hand action now. Palm up, we can touch it down, and palm up. So actually both ways it's going to be palm up to come to the body, palm up to go back to the hand. We can do 2 more. And it's like if we were trying to reverse backstroke, well, we need to have the hand going in the direction to push against the water. Let's just come up to the other side. Bracing with the tummy up like Mr. Wobbly Man. Okay, other side. Right, what were we doing first? All right, okay, foot. The foot's trying to look to the ceiling, up. The foot's trying to look to the floor. It is looking to the floor. Up, sole of the foot looking up. Sole of the foot looking down. Up, down, up, down. You'll find that you probably want to bend your knee a little, and you'll get a little bit more foot movement when you slightly bend your knee. And that's the way it works. You bend your knee, you access a little bit more movement in the shin bones and more movement in the foot. So the hand action, palm up, and touch the thigh, palm up, and back again. Palm up, palm up, palm up. I'm finding my left side here, when I go palm up to bring the hands together, it doesn't know that movement. Palm up. How about you? Can you get palm up and thumb pointing backwards? This arm doesn't know that movement. It's having a hard time knowing what to do. Touch. Just the hips. Hands together. To hips. And just to reiterate, like, if I'm taking the hand to the hip, the thumb is forward. And if I'm taking the hand back to the hand, the thumb is back. And actually, the arm didn't know what to do. It just said, oh, yeah, I know what to do, but it feels really weird. As in, I know what to do, but it just doesn't automatically feel comfortable there. Let's see. We'll just go onto our front line. Lift your arms and legs, but don't lift them too high. And now you're making like a Boeing 747, and just point your fingers up, and lift the left arm and look to the left, and lift a little bit on the left chest, not much. All right, so be long, you're not taking your head very high. There's no scrunching in the back of the neck. And let's just take the right arm up, and then you roll up just a fraction to look to the right arm. Now take the arms forward and back. Are your knees just off the ground? And then the other arm forward. And just holding. And we'll come on now. Top on the elbows. Tummy sinks down. Sphinx stretch. I love Pilates. It's so relaxing. Okay. So going into the rest position, and let's see if we can do a full child's pose. So you brace with the tummy to send your body and hips up. Tummy's bracing, up we go. And child's pose is arms by the shins, sink the elbows. Forehead touching the ground. Take a breath. It's a really full-bodied, fill a balloon breath. If I say take a breath, there's always a peak of breath. Relax your neck and feel the calmness spread from your neck throughout your body. Breathe in, relax. The calmness radiates out to your whole body. Puppy pose in a banana shape. And just walk the hands over to the left and banana shape your body to the right. Breathe in, stretching. When we breathe out, push the further away hand away. So breathing out, narrow waist. And just relax your breathing. And we come on out, and I'm just sort of dog sitting here, and did I get a good stretch on that side of the body? Yes, I did. See if we can do the same on the other. We'll start with the child's pose. Now, if you can comfortably child's pose with your arms by your legs and your elbows down, congratulations. If not, it would be good for you to stretch, and I'll show you a good stretch. I'll show you two good stretches. So let's go forward. Banana-shaped puppy pose stretch. Walk the hands out the other way, out to the right. Press the body to the left. We have a banana shape, and we breathe in. Breathing in. And push the furthest most hand away. Feel the rib stretch. We breathe out and push that hand away. We're beginning to feel a stretch inside in the diaphragm. Breathing out, narrow waist. Push away. So just seated, and it's kind of a rifle barrel stretch. Your shin's the rifle barrel. Look down your rifle barrel. You got your thumb down? Push the hand to the knee. And this is putting a stretch between the shoulder blade and the spine. You know what I mean by a 1, 2, 3 neck stretch? How about you lift the side ribs, lift the neck and the ear lift, and just see what that does. That really magically enhances the stretch. What happens if we try the other side of the body? So ribs up, neck up. It takes a bit of... So now I'm no longer rifle barreling. Yeah, and that enhances the stretch too in a different way. Okay, so hopefully I'll just publish the video if you wanted to go back to that. But we've got the other side to rehearse. Let's see if we can make that stretch. The thumb down. So first, just look down your shin and push your foot forward to pull the arm, the shoulder blade, arm and shoulder blade. Rifle barrel. See, the arm and shoulder relaxing forward as I push on that knee. So on the stretch side, this long arm side, I just think about side ribs lift, side neck lift, ear lift, and looking down the shin. I can take a breath with a 1, 2, 3 side neck here. So, okay, so you're just trying that. So if we just come back a bit and think about this bent knee side, chest lift, neck lift. It's got a long way to go. We're no longer looking down the rifle barrel. And ear lift. Like it's almost good to actually touch here with your hand, touch on the ribs, touch on the neck. Okay, and so push on the knee. And when it comes to me learning to play classical guitar at 60 years of age, there's so much tightness around this. And remember that I was saying this move here, palms up. This arm doesn't like this. It says, I can do it, but I'm not comfortable. And so it's just one of the symptoms of, I don't have the shoulder blade and elbow flexibility to get that hand curled around that classical guitar and just get the, this But it is coming online. But it's taken, some really serious weight training at the gym. That arm is beginning to feel comfortable doing stuff like that. And it's still a little bit funny doing that sort of stuff. That side doesn't mind, just up and down. This side, it doesn't like that too much. So there's all sorts of nuances here, and someday I'll be teaching classical guitar players to get free, and they'll be like Julian Bream. Have you ever watched him? Or I think Julian Bream, he's so flexible on the guitar, and he's playing, it's just all over the place. And Segovia said of Bream that he never makes a mistake. And yet he's moving all over the place. I guess he must have had a really flexible, strong shoulder and elbow movement. You could just get it moving for him. Okay, so let's see. I demonstrated the teardrop muscle before. And supposing you do have a little bit of damage on the insertion point, well, as long as you don't massage the scar close to the insertion, it's still good to do the massage. I'm finding it's a really good thing for me. I can do it like that. But I'd just like to go around the shoulder a little bit. Now, we're just going to have 5 minutes of wall and ball massage. You can choose what you might like. Oops, no windscreen wiper today. You've got a stretch band at home. You can do that in another 5 minutes if you like. In fact, I might. I'm just going to go for the first muscle that a Boeing therapist would go to, and that's this deltoid muscle. It covers wraps around the upper arm bone, deltoid muscle. Why is it called a deltoid muscle? Well, if it was taken off the bone, cut away, it would fold out like a triangle, and that's a delta. That's triangle shape. Delta. Oh, right. So that's the side, the middle deltoid, and there's a front deltoid, and there's a back one of this triangle muscle. And if you could think of a delta-winged aircraft, deltoid, D-E-L-T-O-I-D. Ooh, and we can get the front of the deltoid. Like there. So if I did train in bone therapy, but a bone therapist is quite likely to tell you that, well, if you've got shoulder problems, this is a very good place to start, massage this muscle. And indeed, there's some physiotherapy research that backs that up. Yes, indeed, it is actually good to massage this muscle. So it's not just bone therapists. And often, I'm massaging the worst side. And then in a week's time, the good side might say, oh, I'm actually the worst side now. By which you've really hit it off with the nurturing the bad side. The back deltoid, that's just top of the upper arm bone. So, and I'm just sending just getting into that. That's the over the upper arm bone, not the shoulder blade, right now. That one's not too bad. We might just move it down a bit. Now, I don't know what, you might be on some other area of yourself. Oh, yeah, that's good. So if you've been doing some gardening or something, or just something new movement, or something at the gym, or took up tennis, and suddenly you're feeling some things happening in your shoulders, I mean, this is a good place to start. And from there, you'd probably go over the shoulder blade, and then on the inside of the shoulder blade between spine and shoulder blade. And that's a good place to stop. If you want to use stretch band, windscreen wiper, if you want to carry on around your shoulder blade, you can. As they say, the night is young. And the day is young. So lovely to have you here. I'll just say goodbye and carry on.